It doesn't matter how we get here. It's what we do when we get here. It's 8.3 seconds from the time the sun hits the field.
There are a series of processes that happen that turns the heat into electricity.
The modules turns that light from the sun into direct current energy that flows to the inverters.
That gets stepped up and then shared and transmitted across vast distances.
Your electricity generated from the solar farm, it gets sent to the transmission, the grid, the power lines you see in your backyard, and then it's sent to your home. When you flip the lights on, that's electricity generated. Yeah, I have looked at the different pricing hubs and the impact on the revenue. I've always been in energy. Out of college, I was working at oil gas company.
Initially was in the tech industry for a number of years.
My mother was an immigrant, single mom, and that's an environment I grew up in. I mean, it really tests like your resilience.
We come from different places, different disciplines, different walks of life.
Everyone brings a really diverse set of skill sets to the table. The team that originally formed Emanate was always up for a challenge, always up for something new. It is purely in the DNA of the people that made this organization come to life.
What's the game plan for when you get to the site? So we're at the bequest of nature's will, and I think our team is sort of seasoned with how do we react to challenges.
As you know, we're headed out to Janus in a couple weeks. We're going to meet the off-taker, do a site walk.
We really do have a culture of learning at Emanate. It's one of our strongest assets.
I'll oftentimes pull in Kyle or Andrew and say, hey, talk to the experts. Here's what's happened to us in the field. Let the experts tell you for themselves.
I'm just gonna do it like this and trust Kyle's driving. Kyle, can you smooth it out, man? Drink that coffee. I'm gonna get John.
Thanks for the coffee interior pack.
Being out on site and seeing people put hands on the equipment, opening enclosures, performing maintenance, troubleshooting issues, listening to these things generate energy, it's amazing. It changes your perspective.
The panels have optimizers that they plug into, and you can actually get in, you can see what that panel is producing. It's just kind of interesting to see that so many different people play a role in hoping that the sun's going to bounce off these panels at the right angle.
There's so many people in our organization that have just immense depth of knowledge that I'm able to lean on and learn from.
It takes a village to operate these assets and earn a return and be successful.
There are years sometimes of lead time in these projects before you can do anything on site.
The life cycle isn't, hey, do you want this necklace? Here you go, here's a nice necklace. These are long-term infrastructure projects that are gonna sit in areas for 30, 40 years.
It's cool to know that we do have people that are not just glancing at a chart and going, looks good, that they understand the metrics, they understand what they should be seeing, and it is able to translate to, the work that we do.
We talked to Adam this morning about the different RA concepts, went through. A lot of our job involves interacting with customers who is interested in procuring renewable electricity, typically from solar, wind, battery storage assets.
In a lot of cases, it's farmland. Maybe a family is getting ready to pass it on to the next generation, and that generation isn't interested in doing everything that it takes to run farmland, which is a lot in and of itself.
Emanate has an obvious vibe. There's a reason why we want to hit those numbers, and it's not just for a financial reason. It's we want to make the world a better place.
The greater goal of Emanate is to make sure that we have a world that we all want to live in the future.
I was semi-retired prior to coming back into the workforce. I saw this as an opportunity to make a change and a positive impact on our environment.
Climate challenges are huge. They're important. They deserve a lot of attention.
I've built a lot of projects in my life that potentially weren't environmentally friendly. You learn from, your experiences.
We come from different places, different disciplines, different walks of life, right? And I think to me that kind of sums up the family of Emanate, right? It's not where we come from, how we get here, it's what we do together once we're here.